Good. Hold on. Is John here? John. More. Oh. It's not. It's 9. It's 9 a.m. John, all right. Should you be awake? John is awake.
9 a.m.
It's 9 a.m.
It's 7 a.m. John's time.
Oh yeah, John says, not here it isn't, it's 7. Okay. So I had a conversation at Kahlo with Jules, and we were talking specifically about the fact that if Jules is ever at breakfast stream, something's gone terribly wrong.
I think this might be worse.
Does
So rarely have John.
Well, good morning, John. I am worried that you've stayed up all night, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you went to bed at
Can I have that?
you went to bed at 10 p.m. your time.
Thank you.
You know, if you went to bed at 10 p.m., you got a lot of sleep. So that's probably what it is. John probably went to bed at a very normal, reasonable time of 10 p.m. and is just experiencing a normal schedule.
Everybody eat pork.
There you go. I slept and dreamed and everything. Got the dream entry where John scared me, saying I missed my flight. Well, good. I'm glad you slept.
I had a dream where I was trying to get the stream shut off, and there was one of those really big, switches on the wall. Like sci-fi movie switches.
Like the big levers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember telling Chaz in the dream that I wished he had programmed that to stop the stream.
So you want a kill switch.
Yes.
Remember in our last house when there was a switch that controlled if the internet was on?
Mm-hmm.
And we taped it in the up position?
Mm-hmm.
That was smart that we did that, because it would have been too easy for anyone to be like...
Everyone threatened to all the time.
I know. Anyway, morning everybody. It is Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. We have a birthday today.
Mm-hmm.
Rocco is 18 years old today. It's wild. If I had thought about it, I would have added the photo to...
I can do that.
You add the photo to mod?
Mm-hmm.
My parents took a photo of him today. Now I'll get it put into the art queue. Yeah, Rocco can vote. How about this game?
Miles Edgeworth and Fox McCloud team up to hunt down alternate reality Yuna, who's hiding in Lost Woods.
Final Fantasy X-3 is looking pretty good. 1050 Anise says, Happy Kepler Eve. What birthday game will Kep stream tomorrow? That's the other birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Today Rocco turns 18. Tomorrow Kepler turns 12. So we have some kitty birthdays. Miles Edgeworth and Fox McCloud. I don't feel like they would make a good team, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I don't know that they would be able to work together that well. Let's see.
Shoot. Sorry, Chaz.
When will our system support high-efficiency image codec? When will the world agree on HEIC? She's working on it. Anise, thank you. We had 69 months from Mech Mayhem. Nice. 42 months from DevStats. Three bits and Belladonna Princess says, I'm going to the allergy doctor to get a skin test done today, and I hate needles.
Good vibes. I just had that done.
Good vibes. It went okay.
Yeah. I did have to ask to let them lay me down, and then it was better.
It's true. It's a life hack. If you get faint from needles, lay down. Rocco is 18. That was taken this morning. Happy birthday, buddy. He managed to get to 18. I was... Life hack, faint first.
When they did mine, everyone was like, why did they do it on your forearms? And I'm like, I don't know. Everyone else is like, they did it on my back.
I guess it depends on the place that you go to.
Yeah.
Depends on the place. We got 58 months from Gold Mage, 40 months from Never Challenge the Chat. And here's a snack for you.
Having a wacky day? You need Tiny Eddie's Toasted Albatross Squares.
1000 bits from Tricky Anthea. It says, good morning, Eddie. As per tradition, I am here to request my yearly birthday snack. May I please have something without mango? Toasted Albatross Squares. I think you can only eat these if you've finished Fallout 4. I've never eaten an albatross. I don't think you typically eat them. I've never seen them on the menu.
No, I don't think so.
They must not taste very good. Maybe at that one place, Clark's Fish Camp.
I don't think that place is around anymore.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Coffee!
I had this conversation with Dan the other day in the car. I was like, I've never looked into it. They said there might be a place in Raleigh that's got weird stuff.
I did find a supper club that's really expensive, and I found a Japanese restaurant that does the what's it called? Kaiseki meal.
The what?
Like we had at the Ryokan, a bunch of like small.
Oh. Okay. It's called Golden Corral. Has John been to Golden Corral? I don't know that John's been to Golden Corral. John, when you come visit...
No.
Oh, John said no.
Oh, you haven't? Or is that a no, don't take me?
No, that's a no. No, John hasn't experienced it. So don't do that to any more of your friends. So I'm just, well, I think just, John has been to America, but has John tasted America? That's the real question.
There's so many better places we could go for that, though. There's barbecue.
There's
Waffle House.
There's nothing that replaces Golden Corral. John has went to Waffle House. He didn't want the hash browns.
I know.
Anyway, don't worry. We've got a Golden Corral, and it's very bad. It's very, very bad. So, if you want, you can go, and I can go. And Haley will go, since she was already like, I'm down to go back to Golden Corral. Brandon's not wrong. If you want a true American buffet, go to a casino.
It's the same cost. Yeah, he's right.
Haley, how would we go about giving people the Golden Corral experience at home? What? I understand we could just poop on the floor, but, aside from that, what would we do to really... Reese has not been to Golden Corral. She wants to go. Haley says, I actually don't, which is why I asked. Being approached by two people and say, we saw you across the restaurant.
That's a good one, Brandon. Cook a pizza at 8:30 a.m. and serve it at 6. We need to have a bunch of children come over and touch everything.
I'm not gonna say that Golden Corral was like a great experience, but the one in Myrtle Beach was so much better than the one here, and I think it's because it was frequented so much that like the food is changing out.
Yeah.
You know. Because like even when I was younger, I remember thinking the Golden Corral was like a little gross, but like not like this. Ours was pretty good. Keep brainstorming. Yeah, we'll come up with, we'll make a menu for Silver Corral and we'll just do it at home. We'll see how good our Silver Corral is. Personally, I think Golden Corral should get a new title of like Bronze Corral because I don't think they're doing a good enough job. John says, my only knowledge of Golden Corral is Riff Track sharing all of their new slogans.
They went, and they filmed basically a vlog there. We
Yeah.
need to watch it.
Yeah, I heard that they did that. I haven't seen it. We got participation ribbon corral. This is good. Thank you, Renee. 47 months from Captain McKitty, 11 from Tashi B, 55 from Queen's Thief, 28 from Svandera, 33 from Linders, 42 from Full Metal Grizz, 41 from PK Daisy. We Win gifted a sub to Silent Companion. J-Spook gifted a sub to Proton John. We had 500 bits from Gamers 007 Below with a birdie and a snack.
Forged below a mystery mansion. Tiny Eddie's tepid hot dog stuffed inscrutable burrito nuggets.
Ooh. This isn't great. 1,000 bits from Colton KP. What should Rocco have for his birthday, Eddie? Tepid? It's not a good start.
No.
Tepid hot dog stuffed
Burritos.
inscrutable burrito nuggets. Take a burrito, fill it full of tepid hot dogs, and then cut it into bite-sized bits.
I'll be back. You want anything? You want a little mini cinnamon roll?
I thought about it,
Yeah.
but I need a fork.
I can bring that up too.
Like
we
that
have
is
those.
that's the reason I did not bring one up myself earlier. I was like, you need a fork. So
That's impossible. Kepi, you want one?
like if you brought just one
Kepi
on a
doesn't need
plate,
a fork.
I could just eat it off the plate.
You can't have a fork? Like if I bring one?
If you bring a fork, I'll use the fork.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, pal. We're just chilling. Is this practice for Silver Corral waiters? Morning, buddy. It's almost your birthday. It's your birthday tomorrow. You're gonna be 12. I did not think you were gonna be 12. At the beginning of April, I was like, oh no, but you did it. Good work. Sweet boy. Anyway, Colton said they would try this. The worst part of this is the tepid. Like I don't want tepid hot dogs, man. Ever. That's disgusting. We got 13 months from Manic Mama 105. 380 bits from Aldo. It says, it's 9 a.m. Do you know where your John is? Here. Today, here. No, please. Oh, please, child. Please. Please do not scratch couch. I don't want to click. My discipline has been very light. What do you smell? You up here? Come on up. There you go. Hi. Have a lap. Have a lap. Relax a little bit. Come on, you little hook tail. Look at this. Look at this tail. Like a little handle. Okay, there you go. Okay, we've found comfort on the lap. 300 bits from Cheese Hammer says, so apparently today is the 5-year anniversary of the yard toast incident. Are they still around? They seem like they'd go well in Mouse Garden. Or are they abandoned in some dark drawer somewhere too? We do still have yard toast. Yard toast is in the garage. Yard toast is in the garage. I don't know how Mal would feel about putting one in the garden. It's Mal's garden. So my assumption is that she would say no. Space in the garden is pretty limited too. The stuff in the garden is coming along. Mal has some fears that some of the stuff in the garden is maybe not doing so well, but she's not sure because the coloration on some of the plants has been off. Like it's not as green as it should be. So she's got some worries about that, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. The tomatoes are going to be fine, though. The tomatoes are definitely fine, but she's worried about, like, the peas and the corn and some of the other things. We have had radishes, though. We've been pulling radishes up. And Jubin says, no animal worries. Not yet, because the plants aren't tall enough for the animals to get to them. Like the deer and stuff. I think maybe we've seen a squirrel in the garden, but otherwise everything seems to be okay right now. Hopefully. We got 6 months from Nana, 1521. 500 bits from Fenna Windfall. 38 months from Zatoichi. 300 from Fries Pikachu says, happy 1,000-Year Door release day to all who celebrate. My pre-order copy is still in transit, but I've waited this long for a chance to play it, so I can wait a couple days more. Now, which clown will I get today? Is it today? Neat. Very, very cool. A few things about 1,000-Year Door. First thing, in Canada, they did a pre-order bonus where you got a GameCube slip cover, which is very, very cool. They decided to do that in the US, but apparently the only place they're doing it in the US is at the physical Nintendo New York store. So if you're in the US and you want a GameCube slip cover, just go to New York. Vagabond bet. Clefairy Rock says you can get the printable version for my Nintendo. Sure, but that's different than getting the actual thing. It might not be different for most people. I don't know. This might just be like video game collector Steven speaking. Where I'm like, it's not the same. 1,000-Year Door for Switch is getting a slip cover that looks like the GameCube case.
Okay.
In Canada, it was available as a pre-order. I think you could pre-order it from GameStop Canada or whatever, and you got that slipcover. In the US, you can only get it at the Nintendo New York store, which is very stupid. Anyway, other thing about 1,000-Year Door, and I think I might have talked about this on Breakfast Stream the other day, it's a little concerning to me. I'm worried a little bit about the physical availability of that game. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. John says, let us have something, Stephen. I want you to have something, John. I just want us to have it, too. I want us to both have it. Yeah, I'm oh, thank you.
Listen, I'll go to New York, and I'll get it.
No. It's not worth that much. I don't care that much. It'd be different if they're like, we're releasing Mother 3. We're releasing Earthbound 2. We're releasing Earthbound 2, and it comes with a Mother 3 slipcover. Then I'd be like, well, I guess we could take a little trip. That'd be different.
Brandon said, Mel, I was gonna do that. We can both go. Listen, I need to go to the Guggenheim.
Need.
Yeah.
I need to go to the Guggenheim.
Do you?
If you're going on, you go. I want to see art. Anyway. 1,000 Year Door. Sorry, there's so much chewing. But first the snack.
A good blend of secretive flavors. Tiny Eddie's prickly vinyl pudding.
No.
No, that's bad. That was a bit of Full Metal Gears that says, when y'all eventually start Silver Corral, y'all should serve this Tiny Eddie delight. Prickly vinyl pudding? I don't want any prickly pudding.
What about prickly pear pudding?
Vinyl pudding just sounds like when you leave the pudding on the salad bar for real long and then there's this really thick film on top.
Don't remind me. Bless you.
Excuse me. Wait.
Again.
Double sneeze. Anyway. You either know about the pudding film or you don't. I don't know what to... Thank you. I sneezed twice. Anyway. Pudding is delicious. I haven't had pudding in a long time. When I was a kid, I had the pudding cups. Whatever they're called. There's a company that makes them. I don't know what they're called.
Snack pack?
Yeah, I think that's it. How do you just remember that? Yeah, add it to the list. I you know what I want though? I want Thanks, Brandon. I want to make it at home from the box.
Oh, I never liked it as much.
Well, I want it to taste like it does on the salad bar.
And I never liked it as much when you make it at home. Personally, I didn't think it was as good.
This doesn't taste like the salad bar?
Yeah, Swiss Miss. Pudding.
Like, we could buy a pudding cup, but I really just want... Why isn't it as good from the box?
I don't know, I just never thought it was as good.
Did you chill it?
I don't remember.
You gotta eat it cold.
That was just like personal opinions. I haven't made it anytime recently.
Yeah, maybe we'll try it.
What was I adding to
I've never
this?
made it from a box before. I always bought it out of the cup. So, I would like to try it. Yeah, if it tastes different, then I want to know. We could do both. We could buy a snack pack, and we could make a pudding, and then we could do a comparison.
So much.
It's not so much. If you were going to make pudding anyway, that's the hard part. Buying pudding in a cup is the easy part. Anyway, Grackleback says don't even bother with a box, just make it from scratch. We could do that. How hard could it be? I can follow directions. It'll be fine. Anyway. Full Metal Grizz, thank you.
Give me the bird.
I'll come back around to the 1,000 Year Door, because there's like...
Chat doesn't think you can follow directions.
Listen. Listen. Don't put recipe directions that have arrows going in weird ways. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's like, it was bad. It was bad graphic design. I will stand by that until the day I die. I remember something was bad. Yeah, Radio Dreads, it's like reading a manga. Read it backwards. Yeah, was that the thing where it had to be read from right to left, and I read it from left to right? Was that the problem?
I was asleep.
I don't remember
had a
what it
migraine.
was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. You had to read it from right to left. Sorry,
But there
that's
were
not how I
arrows.
read.
But also, like, you've opened a tube of cinnamon rolls before. You know it has to get peeled first.
Yeah, but I thought these were new. Because, you know, I'm just reading, you know, the thing, and it's like, well, open it, and I'm like, huh. Okay.
Coffee.
Anyway, I don't have any regrets about that. They should put the directions on it more than once, maybe.
They might be. You didn't read through all the directions.
In the future, I'm just gonna, like, use a, like a chef knife. Because that'll open it. 300 Bits and Belladonna Princess says, I'm hoping they put it on my back so I don't see the needles for the allergy test.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But even if they put them on, like, you can just, like, not look.
Yeah, I started by looking, and then I was like, ooh, no, and then I had to turn away. And then I had to ask to lay down. And they're not really needles. Mine looked like birthday candles, to be fair. They were blue, and they looked just like birthday candles.
When you're turning, how many are there? 30?
Yeah.
30 years old. She's never gifted a sub to Jennifer Kyle. Hey. We like the way you eat mashed potatoes. 300 Bits and Shy says, it's now been a few days in the new place and it's been a time. Last night I dreamt that someone removed the back of the garage to try to rob the place. That's a lot of effort. Seems like that's like a heist sort of thing, to remove the back of the garage. Speaking of garage, we have lived here for over 1 year. And yesterday was the day that we programmed the garage door opener.
The one in the car that's attached to the car.
Yeah. The house came with a garage door opener, which we've had in the car that opens the door. But the car has a built-in garage door opener. And that's like more convenient because it's just always in the car. It's on the mirror. And I've wanted to do it because I knew it would take like no time to do. But we didn't do it until yesterday.
And it was only because when Stephen was in Myrtle Beach, I programmed the keypad so I could get let in while I was out biking.
Yeah.
And it reset the one that, the little one that you put on your...
I came home from Myrtle Beach
visor.
And I was pulling into the garage and pressing the button and the door wasn't opening. And I was like, okay. And then we solved the problem.
Yes.
You know, up until yesterday, my garage door opener was programmed to open the door of the old house. I wonder if they changed that.
No, they probably didn't do
They probably didn't bother.
that. No.
So whenever I went over there and picked up the Extra Life hoodies, I probably could have just, instead of ringing the doorbell, I could have just made the garage door go up and down. I feel like that person would have not liked that.
No.
Comes to the door and is like, what's going on? Be like, oh, hey, sorry, do you have a package for me? You weren't coming to your doorbell, so I just opened your garage door for you. We got 300 Bits from Satsy. It says, I like to think that every time Kepi goes through a thing, he remembers it's almost scoop time and resumes acting normal. It's the cat way, I'm sure. He's definitely been more ornery. I think he's been more ornery a little bit because we aren't...
As strict with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's starting to realize he can get away with more, and he is definitely doing it. And that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's bearable. I just let him. I don't want to click him. And I still tell him no, and I still, like, snap. But a little less often than I did. Yeah.
Renee says, just do what he wants and things will go okay. Tried that. He really gets excited. He's like, oh, hey, I trained you right finally. When I come in and meow at you, you give me food. This worked.
When he's on a lap, he usually just calms down and is happy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we get 500 Bits of Max Stabilized says, good morning, grandparents in chat. I have a phone interview in about an hour. I'm in school to become an electrician, and this is my first real opportunity for an apprenticeship and finally get in the field. I'm currently trying to stay calm and prepare. Good vibes.
Good vibes.
I hope that the phone interview goes well. Cool. Did I ever tell you that I had well, calling it an apprenticeship wouldn't have been correct, but I had a day of work with he was partially an electrician. Partially an electrician, partially a like phone cable wiring guy.
Yeah.
I crawled up into a ceiling.
Oh, is that when you wired the one building for Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it was it's
The Welcome Center?
Yeah, it was the North Carolina, yeah, or South Carolina.
It was South.
Yeah, the South Carolina Welcome Center. That's neat.
It was one of them.
There's one. Yeah, there's many of them, but yeah, one of the South Carolina Welcome Centers. I was up in the ceiling running wire. That was a weird day. I don't remember why I knew that person. I don't remember how I got that work. It wasn't like I was on a long-term job. It was just like someone needed help, and now I don't even remember who that person is or why I knew them. I was in high school. You were up in the ceiling? You mean you stood on your tippy toes? I get to crawl around somewhere.
I mean, when you did the garage yesterday, I had to pull the ladder out when I did the keypad. You did not.
Oh, for the thing?
Yeah. The motor unit, I can't reach that.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I had to get the ladder out.
Oh. I just, like, touch it.
I know.
We're all doing our best. 29 months from KJ the Quiet One. 51 months from Lindsay86. 30 Bits and Shy says, on the next episode of Mal Makes Steven, I'm a cook, not a good cook. George makes pudding from scratch. I'll come on your show and make pudding from scratch. But that means you have to hold the massive
No.
camera.
No.
Okay.
Just set it on a tripod.
Yeah, but that's not fun. It's fun to do that. All right, I'm circling back around the 1,000-year door. When I was in Myrtle Beach, I was talking to Roland because I went to Player's Choice and spent a little time there. And he had asked me if I ever got a copy of Endless Ocean, and I said no. I said it's not a big deal. I was like, it was one of those things that if I walked into a place and I stumbled across it, I might pick it up. I said, but I haven't really cared otherwise. It's something you can order physically on Nintendo's website. I said, it kind of feels to me that Nintendo very much limited the physical release of it. And I said, I've seen some things online about 1,000-Year Door where like pre-orders are getting canceled, and I said, it makes me a little worried about the physical release of that. And Roland was like, he said, so I'm a part of a retailers group on Facebook for a bunch of people that like own stores and stuff. And he said, everyone got burned on Super Mario RPG. He said, there are retailers who have so many copies, physical copies of Super Mario RPG, because they just overestimated what that was going to be like. He's like, there's people that have been posting photos in the retailers group, and it's just like drawers of Super Mario RPG. He said, so Nintendo, I guess, kind of screwed people on that because everyone was like, okay, well, we're going to need this many, and they didn't. He said, so now retailers are starting to get whatever their pre-orders are, but only like a few, sometimes two, just a few copies of other games because they're so worried about it. So apparently that is more likely what happened to Endless Ocean. It's also true that Endless Ocean just like reviewed Superbad, and maybe they knew it was Superbad before they released it and they limited it because of that, but there's also a chance that like that maybe played into it as well, where retailers got burned before and are like, okay, we don't want that many physical games then. So, yeah. I don't know for a fact that that's what's happening with Thousand Year Door. So, Thunderstriker says, I'm seeing Thousand Year Door at a lot of places around me, so I'm hoping it'll be fine. That is ideal. That is ideal. So, I still have not yet seen a physical copy of Endless Ocean in a store. I hope I see Thousand Year Door. I hope it's not a problem to get. And I still have not bought a physical copy of Super Mario RPG because I know there's so many in circulation now. And I'm like, well, they're gonna mark them down at some point.
Yeah.
The game is down to like $40 if you're looking and you find it like on a sale. It's $40, and I'm like, this will go lower. So I'm still holding out. I told myself, I'm like, I'm in at 30. When it drops to 30, I'll pick it up. Yeah. I know that there's still folks that want to, get Endless Ocean and play it. I want to try it. I'd love to do a stream on Luminous. I thought Nintendo was going to send us a copy, and they didn't. It's a little strange. So, I want to try it out and see what it's like. It is true. It has reviewed, poorly. I think it's the worst reviewing Nintendo game, like first or second party Nintendo game in a long time. It's not like abysmal, but it's still pretty low compared to, the other games. And like the other Endless Ocean games also didn't review like super, super well. I mean, I don't know what their Metacritic scores are. It's like in the 70s or 80s or something. But this one I think is in like the 40s, so.
You could play Subnautica.
Yeah. I mean, I'm currently playing through the Metroid series.
Yeah.
And I had a poll on Stephen Plays about whether I should play the Souls series or Metroid or Subnautica. And Metroid won, but just barely. Just barely. The Souls series was like right behind it.
Hi, you.
And then there was... Subnautica was a little behind everything else. I want to play all of them. I just don't know when I'll get a chance to. Dust Carter says, we have a bunch of VHS tapes that need to be converted to digital. Do you have any convenient, inexpensive ideas on how to do this? You need a capture card. If you're going to do it yourself, you need a capture card. It would be more convenient to send them somewhere if you don't want to deal with it. But you need some sort of way to capture it. Nita says that libraries have equipment that you can go and do it there for free. That is true. I have heard of libraries having that.
Yeah.
So that'd be the first thing. Is check libraries, see if you can do it for free. And if you can't, then you're going to need... I mean, you need a VCR, right? Mm-hmm. And also...
A computer. Capture card.
A computer and a capture card. Because you have to be able to plug the VCR into it. It's kind of a pain, to be perfectly honest with you. The ability to capture VHS... Because I've done it before. The ability to capture VHS is... heavily dependent on the state of the tape, and then also the VCR. Because like if your VCR sucks, you actually may not be able to capture as much of the tape. Because VCRs rely on something called tracking, when they're playing the tape, and if your VCR sucks at tracking, it actually will miss out on parts of the tape. So, yeah, and you could clean the headers. As Vagabond said, it's a pain in the butt. I hope that the library just has stuff set up for it, and if you don't want to go through getting the pain of getting all the equipment, there's like sites out there where you can like send them, and then just you don't have to think about it. It's not the cheapest option, but like it might. I mean, your time is worth something too. So, yeah. We also had 58 months from Bardic Puppy. Thank you. Kippo. The last time that I captured tapes was I captured all of your childhood.
Oh, there's more since then.
Yeah, I have more here.
Yeah.
I've just never gotten around to doing it. I was talking about old tapes with Dan whenever we were in Myrtle Beach, because on the way home we briefly stopped at a Burger King, and I was like, man, I said I haven't been in a Burger King in like 10 years. Like, it's been a long time, and it brought back a memory that a million years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years, no, it's got to be 20 years ago, Burger King released a hamburger, and I don't remember what it was called, but it was 4 patties. So it was like the quad something. Someone might remember what this thing was called, but it was like a quad thingy. Anyway, me and Austin and Justin went to, was it the Stacker? Is that what it's called? It's quad. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it was four burgers. Me, Justin, and Austin went to the Burger King and took a video camera and filmed me eating this quad burger.
Yeah.
And like, that's footage that we never ever did anything with. So like, there's a tape in my parents' house of me at age 14, 15, just eating this quad burger in Burger King. And I think about that sort of stuff occasionally, that like, you know, I've got like hundreds of hours of footage, some of which saw the light of day at some point, but some things that just never did. And I don't know when I'll ever have time to deal with that. Because when I think about that, I'm just like, yeah, I have like Japan vlogs to edit.
Yeah.
So I don't know when I'm going to, you know, produce my 2005 mukbang. Like, it's going to be a little bit longer before that happens. It's fine. Tapes are, fortunately, famously good forever. So they'll be fine. We got 4 months from Jimmy RCG. Thank you, Jimmy. I did a music video once that I never did anything with. I did a music video for Nightgown of the Sullen Moon by They Might Be Giants, which is the weirdest song choice. And
Yeah, I don't know that song, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of obscure. Like, it's not... Like, They Might Be Giants is already a fairly obscure band, and then to pick, like, the song that nobody knows... Like, why did I do that? I don't know. I was, like, 13. We all do different things at different times.
You know what I'm doing right now that's a throwback?
Wearing old clothes?
Yeah, but I'm painting a drawing I did in college.
Yes. I saw that. What made you decide to do that?
We were talking about chalk pastels for some reason on a stream.
Okay.
And I was like, I have my drawing portfolio right here from college. So I pulled it out and I was talking about chalk pastels and how much I adore them, but they're a pain to deal with because it's chalk.
Yeah.
And I was showing them off, and I don't remember who, but someone's like, you could, you know, redo one of those. That might be fun to do, like redo some of your college work. And I was like, yeah. So I decided to paint one on Tuesday. And I got most of the way done with it. I just pinned up the drawing on my backdrop with sewing pins.
It looks good.
And then I painted it.
It looks really good. The only problem I had, because I got the VOD, right?
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. Because I take your videos and I get them on the VOD channel. The only problem was that it was out of focus. It's close.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to tell on, like, if you're watching on a phone, but when I have it on my screen, I was like, oh.
Well, I'll have it fixed tomorrow when I finish it.
Fixed tomorrow. It's right in front of it. It's like the focal plane's right in front
When
of
I
it.
focused it, I had one of the pieces that I would like to do in this little tiny series is currently a white mat, like a frame mat, with a white piece of paper inside of it. And, like, I can see a little bit on that, and so I pulled focus on that.
You pulled focus on white?
Yeah, that's why. Anyway, it was close. No one said anything until you. Listen, it was my third stream in a row in like less than 24 hours.
I know.
All by myself.
This is a good learning experience for everyone though. You can't pull focus on white. I mean, you can't pull focus on anything that's solid. Is really what it is. You can't focus on solid. There has to be some something to give contrast so you can see where the focal plane is. Vagabond says, "We were just happy to be there." I know. Because the thing is, if people are talking about it, the streamer will notice.
Yeah.
So these sorts of things happens a lot where like nobody notices a thing except me, and then I'm like, this thing has got to get fixed. It's fine. Like on your Dark Cloud stream, I never tested your audio for Dark Cloud because like I didn't have time to do all that. But when I got it into Resolve, I was like, I'm gonna drop this down like 3 decibels because the game audio was just a little bit loud. But I fixed it for your next stream.
Okay. This game?
That game. Yeah, Summonar says, if nobody notices, is it worth fixing? Chaz would tell you, no, it's not. I would tell you, yes, it is. Really depends who you're talking to. It's really what it's about. Here, you can have some beans. Have a bean. Yeah, we should talk a little bit about that. Mao is on Monday. Mao played Dark Cloud 2. If you missed the VOD, don't worry. It'll be out at 10:15 a.m. I have it scheduled for 25 minutes from now, so you can watch it then. But it's called Dark Cloud 2, but you don't have to see Dark Cloud 1. I actually considered titling the video Dark Chronicle because that's slightly less confusing.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, I'm worried it's going to be more confusing because people click Dark Chronicle and then the video loads up and it's Dark Cloud 2 and they'll be like, what does that mean? Anyway, you don't have to watch anything with Dark Cloud 1. But it's a very fascinating game. It's an early level 5 game.
We're just getting into like the meat and potatoes of the game in Chapter 2, where you build towns.
You know what I was thinking about last night, Mal? You've never played Ni no Kuni.
No.
And that is a later level 5 game, and I'm curious...
What I would think of it?
Yeah.
Do you want my lamp?
I'm really curious what you would think. Because the people that like Ni no Kuni really like Ni no Kuni. And it's reviewed super well.
Maybe at some point.
So, yeah. At some point, if you want to play it, I bet we have it more than once. It originally came out on PS3, but I have a feeling it's been released on, like, other things. Yeah.
Hi, Capohead. Are you having a good morning?
He's having a good morning. He's having a good time. So yeah, Monday. Oh, it's on PS4? Okay, well that's an option in the future if Mal wants to try that out.
Are we switching?
It's my turn.
On Monday, Mal plans to play more of Dark Cloud 2. So.
Oh, you're warm.
If you wanna tune into that on Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can. It'll only be the second stream, and like I said, the first one will be out this morning, so if you want to catch up, you can.
You haven't missed much. Max is confused. We just made it to the woods.
Sometimes you go to the woods.
We just get Monica. Like, you get Monica at the end of Chapter 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played the game before. I just, it's been a long time, and I only kind of half remember. I remember a clown, I remember an elephant, I remember a train, and then I know you start, like, building...
A town.
And then I don't know anything past that. I definitely never finished the game, though. I probably got halfway, if that far. Game's extremely obtuse in certain ways. Because, like, if you want to build stuff, you have to photograph certain things. And if you don't know what you need to photograph, then you just spend a lot of the game wandering around and photographing everything.
The guide, the player's guide, right now is like, you don't have to start the woods yet. Just go take all these photographs so you have them. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. There's definitely a way to do things like best in that game. Like, isn't it also the game where if you rename your weapons...
Yeah.
If you rename your weapons to, like, the god tier weapons, those weapons just become the god tier weapons?
Correct.
Fun. Instead of finding and using the super weapon...
No, you have to level up your one weapon. There's like a level up tree.
Okay.
If you grab it, like, it's like there's like 3 starter weapons and then like a bunch of like middle tier weapons, and you can, like, you have to go to get to the final weapons.
Okay. Yeah. It's a really cool game, though. It really is.
I think that's the intended purpose of the renaming ticket, because it's hard to get.
Yeah.
Because the renaming ticket needs a certain amount of medals, and medals are a little hard to get, because you have to, like, win the golf and the fishing, and there's certain conditions to get medals. And I only have 1 so far.
At some point, if you continue to play through Dark Chronicle, I might join you on a stream just to remind myself about all of the things, because it's a very fascinating game. I think a lot of people that missed out on it in 2000 whatever would still enjoy it today, because it's so unique. Mean Dean 12 gifted a sub to Redmaster 911. Thank you, Mean Dean. And that's Monday. I wanted to ask, are you streaming in the morning?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish that painting.
Okay. What time is that?
What do I have my schedule at?
Ask them. I want to say what I think it is, but if I'm wrong, I don't want to give people wrong information. But
10.
It's
10,
10,
then.
right? It's 10. Okay. If it says 10...
It'll be 10.
Yeah, Chryselium says you said 11, but I think it says 10. Yeah, I think you said 11 on your last stream.
Did I? The schedule's set to 10. I should probably do 10.
You should probably do 10. The other thing you can do...
Is change that?
Is change it on the schedule to 11. If it's better for you. Soccer Guy says, you said 10 was too early last time. Do you remember any of this happening?
Listen, I'm very tired.
Which might be a good reason to not do it at 10.
Yeah.
If you yourself said 10 is too early...
Okay, well then let's do 11.
Okay, we'll
I'll change the schedule.
Okay, make a reminder to change your schedule so you don't forget. Alright, it's going to be 11.
Remind me in 20 minutes to change the schedule.
There we go. Done.
So 11
tomorrow. Yeah, 10. I mean, 10 is early. I mean, I get that we do breakfast stream at 9, but like, it is. We don't do 9 every single day. So.
Thanks, Noah.
Anyway. Glad we got that figured out. We had 12 months from Charlotte Dante. Congrats on the 1. What else was I? Okay, so you're streaming tomorrow morning.
Uh-huh.
At 11 a.m. Streaming Monday at 7 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Working on Dark Cloud 2. And then tomorrow evening, we're back into Zelda. I was talking to someone the other day and I was telling them where we are in Zelda, and they're like, yeah, you're kind of getting there, you know? And I was like, cool. We've been playing for a year, so I hope we're kind of getting there. Kind of getting near the end. Who was I? I think I told
Roland.
I think I told Roland, maybe. And Roland was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay." I think that's who I was talking to. Three bits of sad seats. This final appointment is done. Cats are here. Taps are no longer dripping. Need nap. Cat on lap. I goop now. It was supposed to be good. I'm good now. Take a nap. Do a sleep. Oh yeah, we met Mineru. Oh, I think tomorrow's Zelda stream will be very interesting then.
Yeah.
We're literally starting a very interesting thing. Mm-hmm. Where we have like a robot friend. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be like.
So it's Mother 1.
Yes.
Coffee.
Yeah, remember when Ninten and Anna and Lloyd had to build Eve piece by piece?
Yeah.
By wandering around the entire world?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Mother 1. That's the same video game. 300 Bits Maldo says, can't wait to go to the Arm Depot tomorrow. I've been needing to replace mine, and it's hard to type without them. My favorite group of stores. Left Arm Depot, Right Leg Depot. It's great. Are you guys doing everything in the game or just a natural flow? Or are you 100% completing it? We're definitely not 100% completing it, depending on what your idea of percentage is. I want to finish the game, and I'm interested in trying to finish the shrines. That's all that we did for Breath of the Wild. The only goals were get the shrines, beat the game, and that's still the goal for Tears of the Kingdom. I just don't know how many shrines we have left. And Dan told me, he's like, I'm gonna be honest, he's like, there are so much more well hidden in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
He's like, that you're gonna come to a point where you just have to look them up. He's like, you won't find them. He said there's also shrines that are part of the cave system where, yeah, the shrine is here,
Yeah.
but the entrance to that shrine is like
We've already
super
found
far
that.
away.
There's one where we're like, well, we're standing here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
on the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but also that happened in Breath of the Wild too. Like eventually we got to a point where we're like, just where are these? And we had to just go find them. So it's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. The other thing to remember is that when you're doing a show, there has to be progress. Like you have to keep moving. It's the same reason when I did, Metroid 1 and 2, I looked at a map instead of making my own, because it would have taken 3 times as long. So we have to keep moving because it has to be progress. There has to be entertainment. So eventually we will probably get to the point where we just have to figure out where these things are and do them. But yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm curious to see where we get tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway. That's it. There's a vlog out. The new vlog is called Crispify. Do you remember what happened in Crispify?
Nope. I was trying to think of that, actually.
It's called Crispify, and you put a piece of pizza in the cast iron.
Oh, okay.
To crispify it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. I'm still working on it. Don't spoil it. It's a short vlog. Yeah, I'm still working on vlog stuff, but I'll have it out as I can. And don't forget that in 10-15 minutes, the first VOD for Dark Cloud 2 is out on StephenVOD, so you can catch that out. Catch that out. Catch that out. What am I trying to say? Yes. You can catch that in case you missed the live stream on Monday. Yeah. Oh, and for everyone that missed Super Metroid, because I played Super Metroid for the first time yesterday, that'll be out tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I think I do need a nap. I didn't get enough sleep when I was back in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And we need to catch up. So, yeah, I think I was trying to say check that out with catch that. So catch that out is what came out. It's fine. I'm doing my best. 68 months from Tachi Gamer 96. Thank you for that. Y'all have yourselves a
Thursday.
you have yourselves a Thursday. Have yourselves a good Thursday. And check out the vlog. Check out the Dark Cloud VOD. Mal will see you in the morning at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern for some painting. See you then.